Hey guys, my name's Danny and I'm making a video on Scarlet Nexus, this new anime video game that's coming out next month, I think the 25th, 26th of June, and I got to play the demo on the PS4 and I wanted to make my impressions and talk about that. The demo's pretty long, it's about like 2 hours long, and you play as two characters. You play as the main guy and then you play as this other girl, and they actually like are part of the same story. The gameplay is kind of like Devil May Cry in the sense where you have like a light attack, you have like a special heavy attack, and then you have four like weapon slots that you get to use in combat. It actually varies between both characters. So with the main guy, you have psychokinesis with a sword, and he'll be able to combo with his sword. He'll be able to throw weapons in the area. His teammates can help him out where they can give him abilities in combat. So he can attack plant enemies that are weak to fire. He also has a teleporting ability where he lets them like phase through. That's pretty cool for platforming, that they got to do a little bit of on his playthrough. It was a little weak, but I think they'll probably do a little bit more of that in future gameplay. The girl protagonist is kind of the same gameplay style where they both use psychokinesis, but she's more long range. She carries knives with her and she's like just attacks enemies with it at a range. But she still has that same ability where you can throw these vehicles or objects in the area and attack people with it. Cool thing about it is that it's associated to the R2 trigger, but there's one that's with the L2 trigger, and that is more contextual events, and you see that a lot in the boss fights too, so it's kind of cool. It reminds me of like Kingdom Hearts where you have those contextual stuff, and that was really cool. Yeah, the one thing I did like about the game was music too. The music actually is different when you play as the different characters. So like the main guy has like some kind of like rock synth, and then the girl has like some jazz influence into it where it's kind of like Persona vibes. So that was really cool, where like it really makes it feel a little bit different in how they play and how they feel as a character. The story though, I didn't get a lot of in the actual demo. You just go in, like you start the game out and it's like some highway path and you start attacking enemies, and that's a tutorial. You learn how to play from that, and then after that they just throw you into their first mission without really any context. So I think they're just kind of keeping that for the game. The side characters themselves seem kind of, they don't really stand out too much yet, except for like the captains of the group, but I think that will come with more time and really get to know the characters when you get to play the game. The leveling system is pretty cool where it's kind of like a grid, and you can actually have like basic stuff like increased health, increased damage, you can pick up orbs and stuff like that. But then there's some upgrades where you can actually upgrade your combo paths and make some new slick combos. The enemies are called like others, there we go. The plants are just attacking the people there, and that's where the organization you're in tries to fight against that. So that's kind of what's happening with the story so far that I know. They have a sub and dub option in this game, and the sub sounds good, but there's a lot that is happening during the fights, and they'll have dialogue in between the fights or like during the fights. I'll just completely miss that because I'll be too busy trying to not die, and I just can't multitask reading what the other person's saying and then just trying to kick this plant's ass. Yeah, that's pretty much my first impressions of the game. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'll probably make another video about it when the game does launch. Guys, let me know if you guys like this video. If you do, hit up the thumbs button and subscribe, and really appreciate that. You guys have a good one, okay?